Howdy folks, another little walk and talk on another fantastic day. This is where we're going. And down there is where we've come from. I just thought I'd talk about something with regards to the trend of people moving out to the country, buying a cheap house, say. Cheap by city standards anyway. Much cheaper. And kind of changing their life that way, and whether they're retiring or not, that's a different subject, isn't it? But moving out to the country for a better quality of life and for a quieter life and whatever your work situation is, whether you're going to work from home, a lot of people that's the deal. They can work from home so they can live anywhere, or whether you're going to commute back in or whatever you're going to do, that's up to you. But just a little checklist when you're looking at houses, or if you've spotted one and you're thinking that's the house for us. Now look, if it's a ruin and it's absolutely derelict, you know the deal. You know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for, and you know what you have to do. And if you haven't considered it, you'll soon find out. But it doesn't have to be a house that's in bits. It could be okay, it could be just old, dated, and hasn't been lived in for quite some time. Sorry, I'm just going to keep panning around like this because it's so spectacular. So yeah, just some things to consider. Does it have electricity connected? A lot of the time, if houses have been left, abandoned, discarded, whatever, for quite a number of years, the electricity needs to be reconnected. And if it hasn't been connected for a certain period of time, then the job of getting it reconnected can take a bit of time. You have to get in touch with the ESB here in Ireland anyway, and you have to supply an ordnance survey map with your location on, so they can determine where they're bringing the electricity to. If you haven't got an electricity pole, if you know what I mean, on your land, they have to get one of them as close as they can or within a certain distance. There's no longer the cables just going into the gable end of your house. It has to go underground, then up into an outside meter, all this kind of stuff. It's absolutely achievable, it's absolutely doable. It's not a nightmare, but it can just take a little bit of red tape, and there's a cost involved. Can't remember what we paid. It's not mad, crazy money, but it's not cheap either. There is a cost involved. And then your house quite possibly will need to be rewired. And that's quite a significant cost as well. And then it could possibly be inspected. The job that the electrician does could be inspected because the house is old and hasn't been lived in for a while and it's all new electrics. And then more than likely you're going to have to get new plumbing in, unless you're extremely lucky and the heating system and the plumbing you have in your house has remained intact, solid, secure, hasn't been compromised. by time doing its thing. So you're probably going to have to get a replumb as well. Does your house, what kind of heating is it going to have? Can you connect to the gas network? Is it going to be oil heating? We have oil heating, like a lot of people that live rurally. But we also have a wood burning stove, quite a big one, which has a back boiler on and is also connected to the heating system. So we can use that to heat the home as well. And you know, so we have a dual system. I think we'll turn back now. Go back down there. Look at that. So yeah, you know, how are you going to move in straight away when the work is being done? We did. we were, and it was a conscious decision. We were aware of the journey we were taking, and I'm talking bed in the sitting room with the open fireplace, no electricity, no water, no nothing. Head lamps, head torches on, reading books at night time in bed with the fire lit. It was very cozy, I have to say. Filling the cistern on the toilet with jugs of water when you wanted to go became a bit, you know, a bit of a nuisance. But you have to be aware of all these things. What are you moving into? Are you going to move into it? Or are you going to live in a caravan outside a mobile home? Or are you going to rent somewhere while it's all being done up? But if you're moving into it as it is, and you're gonna what do they call it these days? Raw dog it. Is that what they call it? You're gonna rough it out. Yeah, just be aware of what you're taking on, because you know, it can be a shock to the system. When you're there and you've crammed all your belongings into what is your new house, you've got all your stuff in the boxes and you're all in there, and it's your first night and you think, ooh, we're cold. Ooh, we've no water. Shit, what are we going to do for food? How are we going to cook? You know. So create a little checklist. You know, what's the land like around your house, your garden, your driveway, or whatever? You know, are you going to be trudging through shite and muck just to get in and out of the house? You know what I mean? Okay, get yourself a pair of wellies. Don't get me wrong, all these things, you can overcome all these things. You can live with them whilst you're tipping away at your house or getting trades in to get it up to scratch. These things are all achievable, but I think it's important to be aware of these things, and we didn't have anybody to tell us, and so we would have been grateful for somebody saying, come here, think about this, think about that, think about it. So that's all this is, you know. See you later.